she is really sick.
Maybe she's frozen solid.
I only cried for 3 hours.
I know, I'm looking for it to come up so then I know you skin it.
Wonder how many hooves I can trim with one set of blades.
You're a little nasty. You're a little bit of a kicker.
Morning, guys. It's Sunday. I got a bit of a 911 call from Carissa. She is really sick. I had actually texted her this morning and said only feed a little bit because I was going to actually start hoof trimming this morning anyway. So I was going to finish chores for her, and she's like, can you finish more? I said absolutely. So I told her to go home and to stay home and get rested up because we are down to 7, 8, 9 days until babies are due to arrive. So I need her feeling good because it's gonna be a full pull right up until Christmas. Okay, kids, let's go inside.
Good morning, kids. You look so happy in here. Hey? Hi. You hungry? Yep, fading away.
So the girls, for the most part, stay really in here. I haven't really seen them venturing out. Now there is a path outside to the water bowl, but there's no marks out to the pasture. You can't tell. Yeah, this is completely sheltered. Like there is not a drop of snow in there. There's a bit of snow that blows in the door right here, but they're doing well, and the fresh air is good for them. They've got a full wool coat. They are not starving, so they also have lots of nutrients keeping them warm. Feed does a lot for animals and keeping them dry, so they have a nice dry sheltered area. We have, and the tomatoes, we have a full like mow of straw right here too, the length of the barn, so they are quite literally insulated in here. So fear not, the ladies are fine. The only time I'm going to put them inside the barn is if I run into water problems. Actually, I have a rod here. I might just poke it and get some water. They just need a little hole so they can put their nose in to get some water. Hey ladies.
All right, let's give you my poker. Come on, kids. Maybe she's frozen solid. Nope, there we go. As long as they got a hole, they can get water. And they've got snow. A lot of snow. Pull it. There we go. There! Don't want to go out there? All right. Okay. Well, it is nice to be wanted, but you're a little loud. As predicted, first really cold day, under zero, and the water lines are froze. They're not froze, my water lines are warm. I've got all the heat lines working. The only place that freezes is right at the bowl. So this one's froze here. All I need to do is grab the heat gun and just aim it here to get that thawed. The other thing I did is I just shut the airbag off for now. Basically just today. I think today's the only real cold day, and then it's supposed to get a little bit warmer throughout the week. I shut the curtains as much as I could, and throughout the day this will thaw out. If this is not your first time with me, bear with me because I know you've seen this a million times. But it is always someone's first video, and without context, everyone will hate me. So this is a Vino squeeze chute, and what it does is just squeezes the ewe so they don't flinch and flail and kick and hurt me with these trimmers or hurt herself. They still will move though. You get to feel their reflexes a little bit, so you can kind of almost predict when they're going to start kicking. And then you kind of let them go, let them relax. And then when they're kind of limper, then you can grab it and start doing your thing again. So all we're doing is trimming up these girls. They're going to get done today. They're going to get done again after they get sheared. So they will be done twice before they lamb again here in, if they got bred, they will be lambing in March. So they'll get done now and they'll get done in a couple months. And then they'll be good to go. And what we're gonna do is, so we all have a nail, so do sheep. But the problem with sheep is they grow this way and they also would curl. If my nail curled around my finger, that's what theirs do. So I'm gonna be just trimming that off so it's flush with their pad underneath, and then just trim the very tip off as well. They grow a lot faster when they're inside in the barn on a soft pack. If they lived their life kind of on pasture, rough terrain, or even on concrete like this, it would keep it very, very trimmed up. My ewes across the road, the ones outside, because they have that cement pad by the water, their hooves have not grown at all since I trimmed them before I brought them over there. So it makes a big difference on environment for hooves. So that's why I have to keep on them, because they are inside on a pack. You ready? This isn't your first rodeo, I know. You're a little nasty. Tootsie Roll. That was a good example of how they roll. And then the inside literally becomes a Tootsie Roll. Okay, backs are done. There. And there's the front hooves. Girl. Alrighty, I grabbed the heat gun and some lunch, and we'll see if the barn has warmed up at all. I still find it pretty cold. It's working? Oh yay! I figured with them eating and those off, we would probably be okay, but yay. I'm gonna run to the house here because Jess is soon gonna leave to get back to school. She was home this weekend. I forgot to tell you guys, just like I have wool or cobweb on my camera. I was gonna tell you guys that she won a scholarship at our local agricultural association, our county. So yeah, they had 2 scholarships for students in college or university. That was nice. She came home and we got all dressed up. I have a little clip here that you guys can watch.
Our second winner of the evening for the 2022 Continuing Education Scholarship is Jessica Brock. Congratulations.
Woo-hoo.
So this is a lot taller. Okay. So I just want to say a quick thank you. I'll keep it pretty short, but I really appreciate all this community has done for me. It's always been home, and the love and support I always feel like I receive has definitely shaped me into the person I am today. And I look forward to always being here and being more involved in the future as well. So thank you.
Morning guys, it's Monday, and full disclosure, I look like I've been crying for a day. I only cried for 3 hours and everything's fine, everybody's fine. I went ahead and watched 3 hours of a Netflix show called From Scratch, and when I started the series I'm like, this is kind of boring, probably not gonna finish it. Well, I turned it on the other day and there's a bit of a turn. And then I proceeded to cry for the remaining like 7 episodes. So this is why I don't watch TV, guys, because I'm an empath, and every time the main character cried, I cried. So today's gonna be interesting. I couldn't even open my eyes when I woke up this morning. Poor Carissa is still under the weather, but she showed up today. I told her I didn't want her to because I want her like 100% for next week, because we're gonna be lambing here in 8 days. So she said she was gonna give her a go. We're gonna weigh some weaner lambs and get that done, and then she's probably gonna go back to bed. All right, we are kind of locked and loaded here with the market lambs, and it's gonna be a bit different this time because we're switching over to Flockwatch, and the Flockwatch still doesn't it's not married to a certain scale system yet, so I'm still got to use my Gallagher to get the weights. So Carissa's going to record with the Gallagher. Oh, they've opened that up because I didn't shut it. And then I am going to manually put in their weights. I'll scan their tag with the Flockwatch and manually put in the weights in my phone. So it's a little Akko Taco right now, but hopefully over the next little while, maybe, actually I haven't talked to the Flockwatch guys, so maybe they've already figured that side out, but I think that's just the way we're going to have to do it. Okay.
Any activities?
Not today, I don't think. We just need to wait on them today, so we're good. And then I gotta marry my Flockwatch here. App will not be available for you. The app's not working. Because I can't even get it open. I think because they came out with the app recently. So, yeah, because I was using like a beta, like one from Ireland, or from the UK. So I think it's come out in North America, so I have to get it actually loaded. All right, change of plans. The app didn't load because I think I have to update and do a bunch of stuff because I believe the app is available in North America now, and I have a call this week with them. So anyway, we're gonna do a Gallagher, and then I'm gonna have to transfer all over the weights. So luckily this is a small group, so it won't take too much work, but I was really hoping to just do it all in one go, so that's a little frustrating, but we'll make it work. I know I'm looking for it to come up, so then I know you skin it. Little tunis. It's tiny. Yeah, that one's. Oh, not too bad. I was gonna say when it was born, but I can't see. I am so embarrassed by how bad I look today. You guys are just gonna. I mean, you've seen me look worse. I'm not gonna have a lot of information quite yet on those lambs, only because I've got part of the information over on Flockwatch and part of the information on Gallagher. So Gallagher, what I have, this is the first time we actually used it on those lambs, so it does have their ear tags now and their weights. So what I'm gonna have to do, once I can get that app re-uploaded, I'm gonna have to transfer all these weights over. And I think I can probably send them a file and they'll do it for me. But it's not a very big group, so I could even just do it by hand. All I can tell you right now is I'll give you kind of the average weights and what we're dealing with here. And then once I get everything transferred over to Flockwatch, that's when I can really analyze the data on the mums, and that's when I do my evaluation. I marry that with the udder evaluation, and then that's how I figure out who stays, who goes, based on how the lambs performed. The minimum weight was 27.5 pounds, and the max was 97.5 pounds, for an average of 66.44, 66 pounds. So I think that's really good. Again, I say this every time. I'm like, oh, I wonder what my last ones were. I wonder if this is the best one. It seems pretty good. Now, this was the smallest group we've had in a long time, and they were born within 11 days of each other, 11 or 12. So these guys are my September lambs. They are all right now sitting around strong 2 months. Actually, it's November 21st, so they're easily two and a bit. Carissa is still really sick. So I just told her, go home. I actually didn't even want her to come, but she was already on her way. So I just said, I need you tip-top next week. And so I sent her home to bed, but she's going to go and work at the dairy farm. So she's such a worker, but I really hope she's not fighting this influenza that's going around, because it's pretty nasty. So anyway, can't keep a working woman down, I guess. All right, I had a quick bite, and I want to continue what I started yesterday, which is hoof trimming. But because I'm kind of flying solo this week, I have to keep reminding myself to take it slow, because my back is just on the fringe of giving out, and it does this when I do a lot of jobs that are very repetitive. So weighing lambs, you're bent over and doing kind of the same motion. Hoof trimming, I'm just finding the trim chute harder and harder as it's getting older. And I'm getting older, it's getting harder to flip these ewes. And I hate admitting that to you guys, that I'm like, indeed feeling my age, but I am feeling my age, and I have to just listen to it and not push too hard. But in the same breath, I am watching this calendar just tick off the days, and those ladies are blooming just a little bit more every single day, and I know I have to get this done, because once I start lambing, all the other jobs need to be kind of put to bed. Yeah, it's just that mental to-do list of getting this stuff done before lambing is all-encompassing. All right, so these are the ladies that were done yesterday. I'm gonna push the boys back a bit and put a gate up here and just move them in there, and then bring the next batch of like 25. I think I did about 20 or 25 yesterday. I'll bring another batch of 20, 25 up today, and then keep them all in this front area, just so I'm not running them in twice, if you know what I'm saying. They're already done. I don't need to look at them again, so they just need to get out of the way so the next ones can advance. All right, we got the ladies moved in, and my camera was rolling, but I didn't realize the battery had died, so you missed the epic performance by my dog. It's been nice reading the comments lately. You guys have really picked up on Kinsey picking up her job and kind of figuring out how this herding thing works. And but there was one comment, and they said, "It drives me crazy watching you because you always have a gate behind her. You're not letting her do her job." I have the gate kind of as a redundancy. So she's good, but there are a few that get by her. And my issue with my sheep anyway is once one sees it go, or they've done it once, and they get by us all, then they all think they can do it, or that particular ewe will just continually do that. So we just have the gate behind her as a fail-safe. And then but the last few times we've done it, she's kind of got them up and kind of held them, which is nice. But every once in a while, you'll see her, she gets excited on one, and then meanwhile, the other ones are like, ew, this one's distracting you to the left, so we're gonna go right. Which she's gonna figure it out, but it's just takes time, as you've noticed. She's already, how old is she? She's 2017, so yeah, she's 5 already. So yeah, it's taken a while. A little bit of a kicker. Almost done. One more. There you go. We are almost half done hoof trimming that group, which is great. Just a few shy of half, but I just didn't want to push it. So we're gonna quit there, and I will work on another like 25 tomorrow, and then another 25 on not Wednesday. I have a funeral on Wednesday, so Thursday. I was curious on how many hooves I actually trim in a year, because my trimmers, I've had them for, I think I've had them for a strong year, maybe 2. Anyways, haven't changed the blades, but I've noticed this one, and even maybe when I was doing the rams, that they're getting a little dull. So there's 400 ewes in the barn, typically at any given time throughout the year. And there's 36-ish rams. My math here is the ewes get done, because they lamb every 9 months, and they get hoof trimmed twice between each lambing. Just for example, I did a group that would lamb in March. They would get done January, February, and then they get done again August, and again in November. So they get done 3 times a year. So I did 400 ewes times 3 times a year is 1,200 animals getting done. The rams I'm doing 4 times a year, so that's 144 rams if you do it throughout the year. So I figure I am trimming 1,344 animals' feet per year, and if you times that by how many feet they have, which is 4, I'm doing almost 5,400 hooves a year. So yeah, I think I've more than paid for those hoof trimmers, and probably deserve another set of blades. I guess that's what I'm getting at. I'm like, wonder how many hooves I can trim with 1 set of blades. It's looking like I can do almost 5,500 hooves a year, 5,400. So if you're curious, I was curious. Actually, at lunchtime, I talked to Mark about my Flockwatch, and then I remembered Michael had sent me a link to refresh the app because they have launched it in North America, so you guys can actually go, if you have an Apple, I'm sure it's on anything, but I know on Apple, I checked on the App Store and it is there. I'm gonna see if I can figure out how to transfer the weights off my Gallagher onto my Flockwatch. I'm gonna do it manually this time because there's enough. It's gonna take me a while, but I'm gonna figure out how to do this, and then I'm gonna screen record my phone so you guys can see what I'm doing if you ever have to do it manually, which hopefully no one has to. If I'd figured this out, if I had actually read the email thoroughly and just updated my app when we were doing it over there, it would have been a lot easier because I could have just scanned the tag of the lamb and then put in the weights by hand then, instead of finding the number, putting the number in with my fingers, and then putting in the weight. Anyways, that was my bad. I made one little error. Well, I mean, there's going to be lots of errors. But Gallagher is in pounds and Flockwatch is in kgs. So I have to not only enter this manually, but I have to do the old conversion. And I need my phone to do the conversion. All right, I think I got this figured out. So I'm gonna screen record my phone here, and I'm gonna enter. The good thing about the Flockwatch is I can actually just enter in. When you do have to do it manually, you don't have to put in the great big 15-digit number to get the lamb's number. I can put in the last 4 and it'll give you options so you can pick which one it is. Let's go search 8301. Yep, and it is 58.5. 58.5 divided by 2.205. 26 and a half, so let's round up to 20, we'll be conservative, we'll round down to 26 kgs. Don't want anyone to call me a cheater. So there's no decimal, which is weird, because there's decimals when they were younger, so I don't know why I can't do that, but yeah, so there's that. So I'm gonna keep going and I'll catch up to you when we're done. Okay, I have successfully entered all the weights in this group. So I'm gonna just click on this first lamb so you guys can see kind of what it does here. Not sure why there's 2. I think I entered this lamb in twice by accident. Anyway, this is its information as of weight recording. So it's today's date, November 21st. The weight today was 25 kgs. Average daily gain of 0.3 kg. I'm going to have to learn kgs and what this all means because I'm used to pounds. Previous weight on this lamb was 3.5 kgs. And then, so that's under details, under the weight details. Then I can go under animal and press it. And then it's actually got the whole breakdown of this animal. So this animal is 72 days old. It's a Rito Cross. It's a female. It's a ewe lamb. Breeding performance, I don't think there's much to say there yet. Management, it just says, is there anything there? Just that it's a lamb. The purpose is a lamb. It's 72 days old and it's alive. Management, if we go on that. Oh, I just did that one. Go away. Identification. So here we've got the season it was born, the date of birth. That season's wrong. We haven't fixed that yet. I'm going to have to get that fixed. The breed, the sex, its tag number, the lambing number. So this was the 51st lambing. So this was one of the last ones to lamb out. So I think it did okay. And then if I click on, it's got the dam in blue. So if I click on her, then it gives me mom's information and I can go on hers. So that's pretty cool. So yeah, we just gotta figure out some odds and ends to make this process a little easier because the more you have to enter in manually, the more mistakes you're gonna make. So I like everything very connected so I don't have to use my fingers to do anything. How about I stop recording? All right. Good.